Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of Mastering Core Java, and today in our lesson number 9 we are going to start learning about list. Okay, so in our previous lesson we learned what is collection framework and what are the collection interfaces that are implemented further down the line. So today in our list class we will see how array list and linked list work and which interface they implement. So first let's start with array list. So array list implements the list interface. Okay, in our previous lesson I told you about the list interface, right? So the array list implements list interface. Let's start by learning with a practical code example. Okay, so here I have a sample class array list sample, and inside this let's say I want to declare a array list which will contain a string. Okay, al equals to new array list, and I will say it's string and then close it. Okay, now just hover over it and we just need to import the array list. Okay, so this belongs to the util, okay, Java util library only, and now the import is done and now our array list al is ready. Okay, so this is a generic. Okay, if you are not aware of generics then you can refer to our lesson number 7 as well. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are saying that we have a array list al. Okay, and array list al will contain elements of string data type. So in place of string I can say integer also. Okay, but no primitive data type is allowed. Okay, if I want to store integer I can say integer. Okay, right? So that is how it will work. So now array list works like a dynamic array. Okay, dynamic array. So that means you can keep adding new elements. All right, like a, for example, then you can add b also, right? So basically you can keep adding. In array list, sorry, in array what it used to happen, you used to declare a size of the array, but in array list you don't have to do that because it can grow dynamically, right? The size keeps growing dynamically. So here let's say I'm pushing adding c. Okay, now if I want to print out size of the array list I can do that as well. Okay, let me just run this. So here we have added 3 elements and now the size is showing as 3. Okay, and now if I want to see what are the elements inside the array list I can simply print the array list as well. Okay, what this will do, this will internally call the al.toString. Okay, for example if I write toString, the output should be same. All right, so yeah, the output is same. Okay, so now array list also supports other functionalities. For example, I want to add in some particular index. For example, I want to add at index 1. The index will be same as that of an array. Okay, be added later. Okay, and now I want to do the same, print the same. All right, now if I run this I will be getting a output like this. Okay, so the b, that is added later, that means at index 1 I have changed the element to this string. I have changed the element to this string. Okay, now there are other ways as well. So basically you can remove a element at some string. Okay, for example I will remove at some index. Okay, at some index. So when we run the code to remove the element at index 2 we are getting an output like this. Okay, so basically what it did is at index 2 the element that was b. Okay, 0 1 2 3 like that. At index 2 we have the element b and the b element has been removed. Okay, the b element has been removed. For example, now I want to remove by using the object. Okay, that means if I put this, okay, earlier we used remove by using the index. Let's see how it works by using the value itself. Okay, that is the object. Let's run now and we'll see. Okay, so as you can see the object that we sent, that means the string that we sent be added later, that is removed and we are finally getting the output as a and c only. And there is another thing that you need to notice, that when we remove a value from any index, the other element move up. Okay, the other element move up. By that I mean that when we added b, the first step is adding. Okay, when we added b, added later at index 1, what happened? The index of 0 1 2 changed to 0 1 2 3. Okay, and this got added at index 1, and when we remove the value from index 2, it changed to 0 1 and 2, and the c moved up to the index of 2. Okay, instead of index 2 being null, it simply moved up. So that is how an array list works. So that means they will always be in a list, and when you remove any element from in between, it will simply move up. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept of array list, and next we will see how linked list works. So the next topic is linked list. Basically, linked list also works like that of a array list, but it implements list as well as queue. That means it has a additional support of some more method like add first, add last, and all those method which can be a part of queue also. Okay, so it implements both the list and the queue interface. Let's see with a code example. So here I have written down a sample code using the linked list, and you see, similar to array list, we are adding some value like a, b and c. Now let's just print it out. Let's say I want to print ll. Okay, let's just run this, and we see a, b, c. But now, as I said, it implements queue also. We can write some code like add first. Okay, add first, then I will write first, and then I can use add last also. Okay, all right, last. And now let's print it again and see how it works. Okay, let's just run this, and you see we are able to add and at first and at last as well. So similarly, we can actually remove from last as well. Okay, remove first. Okay, ll dot remove last. Okay, now if I print this, you will see now again the value of last and first are removed. So basically what it's doing, it's implementing the queue as well, because this method, right, this method will not be supported in your array list, but these are supported in your linked list. Okay, so some more example is, for example, this is common to both array list and linked list. Let's say you want to check some object is present or not, like a, then you want to print like a is present. Okay, so this is one example of contains. All right, okay, now you want to make your linked list to be empty. Okay, then you can just clear this, and then if I try to print this, let's see what comes. Okay, now let's run this. We are getting empty. Okay, so these are some of the methods that are supported. Okay, let me just put some comment like these methods are common to array list and linked list. Okay, so basically these are some examples that I'm just showing you. Is like what are some method that gives more flexibility to the programmer to write a code using the collection framework array list. Okay, array list and linked list. So you can actually research and find out more method. Okay, there are many more methods that are supported by this list interface. Okay, the list classes, and using this you will have a better clarity and more flexibility to write and design your program. Okay, so I hope you understood what is array list and what is linked list, and also I hope you will check more methods that are supported by this list. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding any of the topic taught today, or if you have doubt regarding any of the other method that you find while researching about this list, then feel free to comment down below. We will surely try to clear your doubts. Don't forget to like and share this video with whoever is interested in learning about Java, and also do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified about the next lesson. Thank you.